What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already found us, we're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, William Fratelli Cooking and Guns channel. Tonight's video is going to be one of our first fair use videos that we promised to bring you guys as it relates to our Second Amendment content that we've been posting every Sunday for Sunday-Gunday. Obviously, tonight's not Sunday. Tonight is Friday. But we went ahead and wanted to post this content really quick because it's been about a week since we've posted any kind of Second Amendment gun-related content as it comes to safety tips and safety concerns and just maneuvering in your lives in uncertain times that we're living in. We went ahead and put together a quick clip tonight. It's going to be a fair use video. Tonight's topic is going to be accessing the ATM at night and why you should avoid that if possible. You know, sometimes you got to do something, you know, it might be a last minute thing and you don't have a choice. But tonight's video, we're gonna post a quick clip from YouTube. Once again, it's fair use. Fair use is protected content under the Fair Use Act of 1976. It allows certain copyright laws to be basically waived when you're showing content for criticism like we're doing tonight. We're just trying to post some content and give you some advice as usual, not legal advice of course, just some guidance. It's material that's been recorded. It could be from the news, it could be surveillance footage, any kind of content that's already on the internet or anywhere else. This is basically a defense to the copyright law. So, you know, like we usually do, we want to be safe on the channel. We don't want to break any laws or any rules, so we always do a disclosure and let you guys know exactly what we're posting and why we're posting it. This is protected by the U.S. copyright law of 1976, the Fair Use Act of 1976, and this is qualifying content for criticism or reporting, and that's exactly what we're doing tonight. We're just doing it for criticism or guidance purposes. Tonight's going to be an ATM robbery. We have it on surveillance footage here on YouTube. But before we get to that, of course, as usual, we're going to do the disclosure. This channel's for educational purposes only. We preach lawful self-defense. We're by no means gun fanatics. We're not giving any legal advice. We're simply voicing our opinions, and we're not claiming to be firearms experts. We just are giving you reasons why you should maintain your firearms, responsibly maintain those firearms, and what you should and should not do. Message to the trolls as usual. We get trolls on the channel all the time. It's been a while since we've gotten a troll on the channel, but once in a while we'll get somebody that's either a troll or somebody that wants to act like a troll. We're not going to tolerate it. You know, we got some trolls that just get on the channel, start writing all kinds of weird stuff on there. They get on there and start writing all kinds of stuff on the comment section. Not going to tolerate it. We're just going to simply block you. So that's a message to the trolls. We're coming from 16 years of law enforcement experience myself. I've been an armed security guard in the state of Florida since 2010, 16 years. I am currently a police officer. I've been a police officer since 2014, January of 2014 in the state of Florida. I've worked for all kinds of companies, private security contractors, Blackwater Agency, Whack and Hut. I work for the federal government, Department of Homeland Security, to name a few, and now currently a full-time police officer. So that's some of the experience that we're coming from. Shout outs to 3 channels on YouTube that we collaborate with. Gun Freak Nation with Uncle Terry in Detroit. We have Trey 57 Production up in Pennsylvania. And then we have the Alert Zone TV with Uncle James. These are 3 channels that we collaborate with on YouTube, posting all kinds of content. We do all kinds of lives and live streams and stuff. We get together. We try to get together every couple of months just to post, you know, talk about content and all kinds of stuff that's going on in the news and just collaborating, just trying to get a lot of information out there for people, so people could be aware of what's going on. So for tonight, we're gonna go ahead and skip this video over to the part 2. We're gonna show you guys a quick clip on YouTube of a surveillance video that shows a ATM robbery. It's gonna be a ATM robbery at night. Person is at a Bank of America ATM in their car. They're withdrawing some money. They're not paying attention. You'll be able to see it in the video. And they're in their car. They have their window down, and then somebody comes from behind and robs them of their money. So very important for you to pay attention to your surroundings. And then once we play the clip, we'll go ahead and just do a quick lesson here on the whiteboard here to my right. Just you know, tips of why you should avoid this if you can. You know, try to withdraw your money during the day. Go into the bank instead of going to an ATM outside. Avoid dark areas at night, and why you should just try to avoid using ATMs at night. It's not a wise choice, but again, if you have to do it, if you're in a circumstance where you have to do something like that, then you know you got to do what you got to do, but at least try to do it in a manner that's going to be safe. So we'll go ahead and show you guys the clip, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. All right, stand by. Alright, YouTube, we're back. So you guys saw the clip that we played. It was a short clip, nothing too crazy. Basically, this person was at an ATM at night in their car, withdrawing some money. I don't know exactly how much money it was, but it wasn't worth it in this scenario. You know, you can do this any kind of way. I mean, you can use an ATM at night if you have to. I wouldn't recommend it. There's plenty of other ways to do this. You know, you just have to, you know, you have to manage your time, obviously, do things responsibly to avoid this kind of a situation. It's not worth it. Luckily, this person at the ATM complied and gave up whatever they had in their hand. I don't know how much money it was or whatever it was. Hopefully, it wasn't a lot of money. That's the first thing. But even in your car, you know, where you could just drive off, you're still at risk when you're accessing an ATM after hours. You know, this video right here, I don't know what time it was exactly, but it was dark, so it's definitely after 7-8 p.m. So we're gonna put a couple of things out here, that way you guys can just try to be safe when using an ATM, and other alternatives to using the ATM if you have to, if it's after hours or not. Maybe it's broad daylight. We're seeing all kinds of stuff now, you know, the what's going on with the country right now, inflation wise, and there's a lot of desperation. People are desperate. There's a lot of criminal activity going on right now, so you're gonna see more and more of these events happening. We're seeing a lot of it on the news. People get desperate, and you know, they resort to these kinds of means, you know, robbing and doing all kinds of stuff like this. So you want to keep yourself out of this. So we're gonna put a couple of things here on the whiteboard just so you guys can be aware and try to avoid this kind of putting yourself at risk for things like this. So number one right here, choose an ATM in a well-lit area. So well-lit area. This might not always be a deterrent. This might not stop something from this from happening, but if you're in a well-lit area, the chances of you getting into something like this are it's way less. You know, criminals lurk in dark areas where they can't be seen. You know, there might be cameras, but there might not be enough lighting, so criminals tend to lurk in these areas where they can't be seen. You know, nighttime and stuff like that. That's when criminal activity tends to happen. These robberies tend to happen between, I believe I read up the other day, statistics are between like 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. till about 3 a.m. is when these things tend to happen more, because it's darker, there's less visibility, there people are not paying attention, you know, you got all kinds of stuff going on and it's dark. So try to avoid this. If you don't have to go to the ATM, just avoid it, you know. Go the following day, go in the morning, you know, when it's more clear out there, so you could be able to see what's going on and you don't put yourself at risk for anything like this. Use your ATM in the morning. So we're going to go ahead and skip that one since we already mentioned it. Bring someone with you. So all right, so bring a friend to the ATM. If you have somebody else with you, less of a chance of something going wrong. You know, there's always a chance that something might go wrong, but if you have an extra person with you, you're always better off. Even if that person's in your vehicle, you know, you're better off having another person with you if you can. That's another option that you have if you're going to be using an ATM at night. Still don't recommend that, obviously. It's not that important. It can wait. Unless it's a situation that can't wait, then go ahead and do it. But I wouldn't recommend it. All right. So, number 3. So pay attention to surroundings. You might be parked nearby. You're ready to use the ATM, whether you're going to use a drive-up ATM like the one we saw in this video, where you're driving up to the ATM, or you're walking up to an ATM. Be aware of your surroundings. If you see something that feels off, or something that feels weird, something that might be an indicator that there's something going on, avoid it. Don't get out of your car. Don't use the ATM. There's plenty of ATMs around town that you can use. Go somewhere else. Don't get out of the car. If you have a gut feeling that something's wrong, you know, it's more than likely going to be that's going to be the case. So go ahead and avoid that. Don't withdraw funds from that ATM if you feel like something's wrong. Just go ahead and avoid that. Go somewhere else, because that might be a sign that you're about to get robbed or jacked or whatever you want to call it. So that's that one. Why you should avoid the ATMs at night. All right. This one right here is plain and simple. It's not that difficult. Number 4. Go inside to the teller instead. Go inside to the teller instead. So this is obviously during business hours. It's not going to be, you know, at night. If you can avoid using the ATM outside, you're better off going inside. Usually, most of these banks have an armed security guard. Some don't have an armed security guard, but you have plenty of people inside that are in there. Somebody's less likely to rob you unless they're going in there to rob the whole bank and they're going to do a heist, which is pretty unlikely. Nowadays, you don't see that kind of thing happening. Use the teller inside if you can. If you need to make a withdrawal or you need to deposit some money, whatever you're doing, go inside where plenty of people are at. You have cameras in there. You have all kinds of people. Criminals are less likely to try to commit an act if there's too many witnesses around or too many people around. They don't like that kind of thing. So if you can, just go inside the branch location if you have to make a deposit or withdraw any kind of money, and then just do it that way. It's a lot safer, and then you can avoid all this stuff right here. You can avoid getting robbed or any kind of stuff like this. You know, obviously, like we said, after hours, you're not gonna have that option, but just try to avoid it. Go inside the bank if you have an opportunity to go inside the bank. That way you don't have to deal with this kind of thing. we're almost done with this video. It's going to be a short one tonight. We just wanted to throw out another topic out there, a different topic that we haven't talked about. I'm going to be doing a lot of other videos like this, just simple topics of just safety, being safe, trying to be aware of your surroundings. All right, got another one or two more points, and then we'll be done with this video. All right, let's see. All right, so if you guys are withdrawing any kind of money from your ATM, number 5. See, this one's drying up. So number 5, let's say you get your money, right? Nothing goes wrong. You got your money in your hand. Let's say you just pulled out 3K, 3,000. Not that everybody can pull 3,000 out of the ATM. Usually there's limits or whatever, but let's just say, for the sake of this video, you pull $3,000 out. All right, example number 5, $3,000, and you're in your car, and then here's your car, and then you decide, you know what? I'm gonna go to supermarket afterwards, or I'm gonna go to Kmart, Walmart. I'm gonna go buy some stuff for my house, some groceries, or I'm gonna buy some clothes or whatever you're going to buy, and you don't realize you're being followed by somebody that just witnessed you pull money from the bank. And now you're here, and then now you go to Kmart or whatever department store it is, and then you park your car right here. You park your car and you go inside the store and you leave the money in the car, right? Let's say you leave the money in the car. This person observes you pull into Walmart or Kmart or wherever you're going, and then they notice that you just came from the bank. They break into your car. Now they stole your money, the money that you just withdrew. Or maybe they don't break into the car. Maybe they decide to just wait until you're done shopping, follow you, and then rob you at gunpoint when you get out of the car at Kmart. Or maybe they follow you to another location like your home. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of what's going on. You know, you can't get complacent. You can't get comfortable just because you're pulling money. You think nobody's paying attention. You know, like I said, people are getting desperate now. We're in desperate times. There's a lot of inflation, a lot of stuff going on now with the economy. People are desperate. So in desperate times, people do a lot of crazy stuff. We don't want to see that, obviously, but we're seeing a lot of it on the news, a lot of violence, a lot of criminal activity. So best to avoid it. Avoid the ATM. If you can do a transfer between your accounts, you know, we have Zelle now. We have all these different resources that we can use for our bank accounts. If you have several accounts like I do, you know, you could transfer money from one account to the other. You don't have to sit here and just withdraw money like back in the day, old school style, just withdrawing money and doing all this risky kind of behavior that you don't need to be doing. If you can avoid it, just avoid it. And then you know, this last one, we're not going to put it on here because it's pretty simple. Just trust your gut. Trust your gut. If something doesn't feel right, if you feel like there's a danger, if your antennas go up, like I say, your antennas go up and you feel like there's something that's not right, just go ahead and avoid it. Go to another ATM. Avoid the ATM at all costs. If you don't need to be going to an ATM, use the teller. The teller is a great resource. You got plenty of people inside the bank, and then these criminals are not going to target you as easily if you're alone, as opposed to you you know, being alone or being in a bank full of witnesses and people like that. You know, they tend to avoid those situations. They go for the easy targets when you're alone and you don't have anybody around you. That's the type of target that they want to focus on. So just try to, you know, use the ATM in the morning if you can, you know, even though that can be risky as well. But in the morning, if you have to use it between morning or night, I would recommend just the morning. All right, a lot of people are around. You know, there's cameras are more visible during the day, So once again, this classroom instruction for tonight is over. We just want to do a quick one for tonight because it's been a while. It's been about a week since we've posted anything on the channel. So once again, we're gonna conclude this for tonight. This is over for tonight, the fair use video, why you should avoid the ATM at night. We're gonna do our shout outs as usual. T Electric, Gun Freak Nation on YouTube, very good channel, you know, Second Amendment content like us, Second Amendment advocate. We have a Trey 57 production over there in Pennsylvania, another GunTube channel on YouTube, very good content. Check them out, subscribe to them. And then we have the Alert Zone TV, another Second Amendment advocate on YouTube, very good content, useful information like us, post all kinds of videos on fair use like we did tonight. Tonight was our first fair use video that we've done. Pretty simple. We're gonna try to do more of this so you guys can just get the picture and see what we're talking about. And then so we're done for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.